What's going on, guys? This is Alex.
This is Christian.
And we're back again for another podcast, Two Brothers Arguing. So today we're going to get into the topic of the fight that just happened, Canelo versus Triple G, which I think was an upset, in my opinion. I think I am a Canelo fan, and I was rooting for Canelo the whole time. But they're both really good fighters, so I knew it was going to be a really good fight. But in my opinion, I think Triple G had won that fight. And how do you feel about it, Christian?
I don't know. I wasn't really rooting for Canelo, mainly because when I was like leading up to the fight, I watched all like the post interviews and all that, or the pre interviews and all that right before the fight, and I felt I was more on Triple G's side because he was more humble.
Okay.
More humble. He would thank the fans a lot. He was nicer, I guess you could say, right?
So you like the fact that Triple G was he was the good so Canelo was essentially playing the heel, I guess, if you want to go into that terms, like he was the Triple G was the hero of this match kind of thing.
I wouldn't say the hero, but I would say Triple G was the only reason why the fight was so hyped. So
you don't think Canelo did enough at like promotions? I mean, Triple G is he's the champ, right?
Yeah,
he was the champ.
He's natural 160.
I
just think that if it didn't matter who Canelo would fight, it wouldn't have gotten so much buzz if it wasn't for Triple G. Yeah, and I feel like Canelo, he had to be angry at the fact that was his opponent, because of the fact everybody in boxing, analyst or boxer, have been saying for the past few years that Canelo's been dodging
Triple G,
yeah. And so I think that anger showed in like every interview that he had. Like, I seen an interview where he was saying how he's mad that he has to be right next to him.
Why?
During an interview. Because why does he want to be near an enemy? And while you look at Triple G, he's like cool, he's calm, he's relaxed, but the whole thing, he's just there, just trying to sell the fight, big drama show. That's all he wanted to do was.
I think Canelo kind of seemed like a crybaby.
Yeah.
And because in the beginning of but before the match even started, when they came out, Canelo was getting rooted. I think he was getting more cheers, right? It seemed like he was getting more cheers by the fans, but towards the end, at the end of the fight, when they were doing the post-fight interview in the ringside, he was getting booed. Every time he would speak, he was getting booed.
I think so. I think you're right on that point too. But at the same time, there was a lot of Mexicans rooting for Triple G.
Yeah, he has a huge, not just Mexican, but it's just like he has a huge Hispanic fan base.
Yeah, well, I mean, from what I've been told by like another coworker of mine, was that a lot of like Hispanics, they don't really like Canelo.
Why is that?
I never really looked into it, but if you actually do look like watch like people speak on him, a lot of people don't really tend to like Canelo that much. They say he likes to dodge. They like to say his weight's never adding up. And
well, you think it's also because how Triple G was saying that he didn't fight like a Mexican boxer out there?
Probably. No, honest truth, no. I think Canelo planned that. They planned to fight like that because they knew what kind of fighter Canelo is. I mean, Triple G is. Triple G, like during the fight, he's an aggressor. They want Triple G to attack Canelo because Canelo's so good at those counter punches.
Yeah, because he's a defense boxer, right? Yeah, kind of like Mayweather, kind of. Yeah.
Well, that's one thing. That's one thing that I had said too is, Canelo was gonna pull the Mayweather card on Triple G. He was gonna be slick, and when he was slick,
but he had good head movement, man. Like Triple G was throwing punches at him, and he was dodging him.
But if you look, even though Canelo was throwing those power punches, nothing affected Triple G.
The body shots were definitely affecting him. Yeah, man, you can tell they were hurting him. He was feeling them.
But who kept walking?
But I mean, I know. That's because Triple G's not scared. He's a tough guy. They're both really tough fighters. But I think at the end of the fight, throughout the whole thing, I think Triple G took over the whole middle round, all those middle rounds.
The beginning they gave it to him though.
Yeah, the beginning to Triple G. The first round or
the first round went to Triple. Well, if you looked at I
feel like Canelo had the first three.
So they had an unofficial scorecard. And the first they gave all the rounds.
No,
a lot of the rounds went to
the first G. Four was all right. So the first four, if I remember, Canelo, I think Triple G had the first round. The second and third round went to Canelo. The fourth one was Triple G.
And then it started going to
and then it was all Triple G. The rest were all Triple G.
Yeah,
which I agree. But why? What's that? What's that whole unofficial? Who's scoring the unofficial scorecard?
It's just anybody's could be unofficial. It could be you scoring it. It's just somebody that it's probably somebody on HBO. They're probably whoever it was. Somebody was scoring it. An announcer was probably scoring it and putting it up like that. But they were scoring it as Triple G winning. So when at the end. So
what's up with those refs? Not the refs, but the judges.
So the first judge, she scored it 110, 118.
Which is people are pissed off about.
Exactly, because where did you get 118, 110 when Triple G was the aggressor the whole time? And you can even hear the announcer say they were seeing the whole fight. You could see Triple G. He's the only one. He's the aggressor. Canelo's the one walking away. And then after that, if you watch SportsCenter and ESPN, you'd see that a lot of the analysts, they tore up the judges or that one judge because everybody knew. Was it a close fight? Of course, but Triple G had the better of him. Triple G won.
Do you think it's because that judge was the one that had the least experience?
Was that what they said?
No, I'm going by. The only reason why I'm saying this is because in the beginning of the fight, when they were showing the judges, they showed the years of experience they had. Now the one that tied them, he was from Connecticut and he had the most experience. He's judged the most fights. The guy in the middle judged a good amount of fights too. And he was from Vegas.
She had the least.
And then she had the least. I think she had judged I don't remember. I think it's either between 14 to 24 fights. There was a 4 in there somewhere.
Well, it
wasn't that many fights.
After her judging that fight,
you don't think she should be judging anymore?
Nah.
She got grilled. Because you think she got paid off? You think Oscar paid her off?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I just think boxing is so rigged. I think it's so rigged. You pay people off, and that's how they do it. They do these things just so they can have their records, and because a draw doesn't count as. It's not going to count as a win or a loss, and it doesn't look too bad on your record.
I don't think she'd be judging anymore. I don't think she should, honestly, because I think it's obvious. Even Canelo fans are saying Triple G won.
Yeah,
it was a close fight, but Triple G won clearly. But I don't know, and I think that's what angers everybody the most is that how blind you think people are. It's like calling the fans stupid, saying, "Oh well, Canelo had it's okay to score at 118, 110." Clearly, Triple G had nothing on Canelo. When the whole fight, you seen Triple G pushing him, and if, like you said earlier. He was calm. He was able to. His cardio was very well.
Yeah, his cardio.
And you could see
his cardio is ridiculous.
And you could see at the end, Canelo was tired. You could tell he was drained.
Yeah. He was saving himself for those last rounds. Yeah. It seemed like he was building because I think he went into the 10th round and he was swinging because he was trying to knock him out.
Yeah, he was trying to. And if you notice, he was hugging him a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's usually when they go into that hugging mode or whatever, it's because they're out of breath. And yeah, Triple G. That's because every time Triple G would go to his corner, he's taking those deep breaths of taking it all in, and then they're icing his chest, kind of regenerating those lungs. Yeah. And his method for his cardio is just ridiculous because for him to be older than Canelo and to have that much cardio, and he just looked way better and smoother out there than Canelo did.
But Canelo was faster.
Canelo was fast. He was dodging those hits.
Canelo was way
he had
faster.
good head work.
If you looked at him, Triple G was very slow.
But
very slow.
But also he was saying Triple G's hits weren't even hurting him. So who knows? But
who knows that? Because there's people that say whenever a fighter said what you notice in the fight when Canelo kept saying.
Yeah.
He keeps shaking his head that doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
A lot of times when boxers do that, it means that it hurts.
Yeah.
They just don't want. They're just doing that to show you you're not getting to me.
It's like a psychological.
Yeah, but realistically, it hurts.
Well, I'm sure it does. You're getting hit in the freaking face. But all right. So ultimately, there's gonna be a rematch. There are not even a rematch, but a redo, a refight, right? Yeah. And a lot of the the people that work for like ESPN, all those sports broadcasters and stuff, they were really upset because they said that a redo of this fight isn't going to be fair, because Triple G should have won the fight for one, and if they wait another year or two for another fight, it's not going to be the same Triple G.
You're right.
That's what they're saying. Like that going into that ring takes a lot out of you. But I mean, after we just seen Mayweather, 40 years old, box Conor McGregor, and he still seemed good out there, and compared to I mean Triple G.
That's different for Floyd though, because he could have been.
You think it would have been different if Floyd fought Triple G?
I wouldn't say. I don't know. I wouldn't say it would be a little different, but I'm just to talk about the Mayweather Conor fight. That's different because Conor's amateur. Like, it's expected to know what he's gonna do. Like,
so it's just.
So like it's easier for Mayweather to like plan what's he gonna do. Like Mayweather knew just to wait till the later rounds because he knew he was gonna gas out. Like he's only went 25 minutes before, so he knew McGregor was gonna gas out eventually. It topped out that he's not just throwing punches; he's throwing power punches the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna gas out. Plus his history of just gassing out in general is not hard for Mayweather to see that. Where like I think.
So do you think Triple G will be in a disadvantage fighting Canelo for a redo?
They'd have to schedule it for next year, for like the beginning of next year.
You think they're gonna have that much time to
They're probably already talking about it.
You think so?
Yeah.
They gotta train and stuff.
The thing is, if I were to be
go
Triple
to camp,
G, I would want to. What's the word? I would want to argue that. I would want somebody else to recount that.
Can they do that? Is that possible?
I don't know. Well, I know recently in the UFC against a guy named Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee fought some guy. He's a 155er. The referee called it he called it TKO or K or something like that. But the guy wanted what's the word am I looking for? But he wanted somebody to go
dispute
review the
it.
fight. Yeah, he wants to dispute it. And I would say Triple G should dispute it because clearly he won, and I think everybody.
I don't think you could dispute it in the boxing. That's why they're saying that they're trying to create a boxing commission to get the promoters out of there, because in boxing the promoters create the rules, right?
I think so.
Because like Mayweather, Mayweather and the McGregor fight, like Mayweather got to choose the weight. The gloves and the type of gloves, right? That I didn't even know there was different types of gloves, and they're saying that they want Mexican gloves, and I didn't know all this until I watched that McGregor and Mayweather fight. I was watching all the stuff for it. So and UFC they have a commission, so there's like set rules and set to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what boxing needs. And I think also Joe Rogan was saying, right, that I guess that's what's wrong with boxing. That's why it's failing, is because it's so corrupt.
It's a favoritism game.
Yeah.
Like they did not want Canelo to lose because that's the biggest draw in boxing.
That's how I felt too. They don't want him. Well, he's the youngest. He's what? Yeah. That's all boxing has right now.
But after this, people don't. After this, Canelo has a bad name now.
Oh yeah, he lost so many fans. I thought he lost a lot of fans, especially when all those people that were there to see him.
He lost fans just for having that cheap shot. Golovkin. Yeah.
You think that's what did it for him?
What do you mean?
You think that cheap shot made people?
No, I think.
I think just his poor. I think it's the poor fighting. I think people.
For Canelo?
Yeah.
No, the thing, what I think it is that okay, they gave it a draw, right? And then top of that with that judge giving Canelo the fight, and then Canelo backing it up, saying like, honestly, no, he knows he lost.
Yeah, but he kept going with the
fact. He said, I won and this and that. Like, no, just own up to him, and be like, you know what, I lost. Why were you drawing?
Yeah.
Like it was a clear loss. People, I think. Canelo fans were saying, look at Golovkin's face. Everybody bruises differently.
Yeah.
You can't just because somebody got socked in the eye. and they bruise up, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, everyone's different. Kind of like Nate Diaz, right? Like Nate Diaz, like that guy bleeds super fast, right? You know, he gets one punch to the face, and he's already busted open.
Yeah, but doesn't mean he's done. He keep going for 25 minutes.
It's a scar tissue thing. So maybe because he's older, maybe because Triple G's older, he has more scar tissue on his face. Maybe. So that's probably why it builds up like he gets that way.
True. But yeah, I think Canelo's name is just tarnished right now, and I think it's very hard it's gonna be very hard for him to come back because he was supposed to lose, and now knowing that he didn't lose and it was a tie, just so they have a rematch for more money, and people aren't dumb. It's like putting up.
Do you think he's trying to take the heel act now?
Yeah.
The Canelo is? He's trying to take that bad boy?
Probably.
He's trying to take that bad boy with reputation. I think him being so young and having so much money now, like, because I seen the, I mean, I didn't like his last fight either. The fight he did with Chavez, yeah, that was a horrible fight, and I felt like that fight was paid off. But I felt like they paid Chavez off. He wasn't even there at the fight. His dad was at the fight, not him. Not the Chavez Jr. wasn't there. And I feel like that fight was paid off too. Like that guy went in there looked like he didn't even, he never fought a day in his life.
You know what though? I think we should have known that this was gonna come and this was gonna be the outcome, because as a promoter, Oscar De La Hoya was biased towards his own man. They had asked him, who do you think's gonna win? Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Canelo. That's so biased because that's your guy.
Well, I mean, he has to go for him, right?
No, but that's being biased. Why?
Yeah, but that's his guy. He has to. I mean, it's like Dana White. It was like Dana White saying that Dana White fully believed that McGregor was gonna win.
I get that. I understand that, but there has to be a sense to know my guy has no chance.
But he can't just say that.
It's like me. I wanted Conor to win, but I knew he was going to lose.
Yeah, but he cannot say that. He can't say that. I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he felt that way, but he can't just go and say that out there publicly because that's his guy.
No. Okay. Well, hold on.
How would you feel?
How would you? Okay. Do you know the balls?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 3 sons.
Yeah.
Okay. There's Lonzo.
Yeah.
There's Leangelo. Lamelo.
Okay.
Levar, the dad, has straight up said the middle one will not make it to the
NBA. Wait, for real?
Yeah. What do you think that is? Do you think that's being messed up? No, that's just being honest.
Being honest.
Okay. Now, what do you think that does to the kid?
It either does one or two things. It either pushes him or makes him feel bad. I guess, I mean, it can go 3 ways. It can either push him and be like, you know what, I'm gonna prove you wrong, Dad.
My point here is this. If you're supporting somebody and you know they can't do it, be honest with them. Make them have to work harder to prove everybody, even the people that support them the most, to push them and drive them to win more.
Okay.
Well, I mean, why should you be sugarcoated your whole life saying you got this, you got this? Like, for example, Canelo's getting his butt whooped in the middle round.
Yeah.
Even at the end round towards 10, and his coach is like, you got this, you got this.
Yeah.
No, be honest with me. Let me know you're getting your butt whooped. Get out there and do something about it now.
Yeah.
If you're doing well, keep on doing this.
Yeah.
I get it. But come on.
No, all right. I see where you're coming from now.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Now I want to get into this topic. Wait, I did not know that. So he doesn't think the middle one's gonna be in. Why is that?
He said it. I don't.
Does that son even care to be in the NBA?
No, he does. I think. But the thing is, if you look at Leangelo's like scoring record. In this is a different topic, different video, man.
Oh, you want to talk? All right. I guess we'll save that for another video, guys. Well, we're almost at the 20-minute mark anyways.
Yeah.
So, do you want to close out on this one? Are you done talking? Or are you still have more stuff to talk about?
Triple G should have won. That's about it.
Yeah, I think Triple G should have won as well. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that Canelo won that fight? Are you guys going to be hardcore Canelo fight? I mean, you got to be blind. I think, like I said, Triple G won that fight. It shouldn't have been a draw. He should have won, but at the end of the game, at the end of the day, Triple G still has his titles, like he was saying, and there's gonna probably be another rematch, and let's just hope I want to see somebody get knocked out. I'm tired of seeing these full rounds. you know, we pay a lot of money for these matches, and that's because you want to see somebody get knocked out. I want to see somebody get knocked out.
You won't though. These two guys are too tough. Well, Canelo has thighs of a horse. You think he's so stable on his legs? You think he's gonna get knocked out?
Oh, we can just hope. Okay, we will hope for a knockout. So if you guys are gonna keep hoping for a knockout like I am, give this video a thumbs up. If you like it, leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys for listening. And like my dad always says, be quiet and listen, boneheads. Later.